Welcome back. Today I'm going to be modifying some of my crew neck t-shirts into v-neck t-shirts. Now this one I have on, I modified probably what is now close to a year ago, and I chose this t-shirt because it wasn't one that I wear a whole lot of, and I wear it as a night shirt a lot, so if I messed up I wasn't going to be overly sad about it. And the reason I want to modify these t-shirts is because the crew neck comes up a little tight and it can be a little choking. So I'd really like to get more use out of these t-shirts, and I think if there were a little bit more in the neck and they didn't choke me as much, I would wear them more often. So I did a lot of research when trying to figure out how to turn the crew neck into a v-neck, and a lot of the videos out there, they cut the t-shirt and then they just kind of fold it under and sew it so it doesn't look very professional. It looks like you modified it yourself, and I didn't want that look for my t-shirts. And then I stumbled across a video from With Wendy. I will put that link below because it is a fantastic tutorial how to turn the crew neck into a v-neck t-shirt. And I basically, every step of the way, I would watch her video in between. So I did the first step, I watched her video. I did the next step, I watched her video. I mean, every little bit, I kept watching her video to make sure that I was getting it right. So it is an amazing tutorial. I highly recommend that you go and give her some love and watch her video, because even watching mine, she will probably still explain it a lot better because I'm still trying to get used to my sewing machine. Basically, after I modified this shirt, I kind of put the sewing machine away, and I really haven't used it that often. So I'm very proud to say, when I put the blue thread in today, I actually threaded the bobbin correctly the first time. Yay! My second hurdle will be when I actually go to sew the t-shirt, if I actually remember to put the foot down and don't jam everything up and have to basically rethread and rebobbin and start from the beginning. So let's get started. It's a really easy project, and it's really great for beginning sewers. All you need are the t-shirt you want to modify, a seam ripper, fabric scissors, and your sewing machine. You could probably even hand stitch it, but I just think the sewing machine is going to make it easier and cleaner. So let's get started. The first step is to use your seam ripper and rip out the front of the collar where it meets the shirt. Once I got the seam going, it was far easier to rip, but trying to open it up, that took a lot of work. So now I'm just going to clean up all these threads, and then the next step is to actually cut the V in the shirt. Lay your shirt, and then you're going to want to kind of get it in the middle and lay it that way. Let's see, do I have it? This is really kind of the scary part, because well, now that you've ripped the seam out, there's no going back anyway, but this is where you're cutting the V in. And Wendy said you do not want to cut it any deeper than the 2 inches, because then you won't have enough collar to actually make the V. You can always buy more and add it, but it's easier to match if you already have it. So you don't want to make your V too deep. Just enough. Like I said, this is kind of the scary part. There's no going back once you rip the collar off, but this is really, this is your go no go decision. See, I'm very hesitant. I don't want to mess up. Ooh, see, that's not an inch. Hopefully that's, it still looks kind of curved. I thought I V'd it a little bit more. Let's, okay, there we go. All right, I think I made it a V. Okay, the next step is to cut your collar in the middle. Boom, like that. Okay. So now, in order to prepare your collar for the V, you need to lightly stretch it out. Just stretch it out. And then you're going to want to pin it to the shirt. And you're going to want to stretch it as you go. And hopefully you didn't cut it too deep and it goes the whole way. I'm really nervous that last little cut made it that it's not going to go back on, but let's see. Remember to keep stretching that collar as you go. I think I'm just going to make it. I just made it. So there, now I have it pinned down this side of the collar, right sides to right sides. Okay, now we're going to pin down our other side. The next step is to sew down one side. My collar's getting sewed down. I may have to do this again. Okay, that didn't sew. Alright, oh, it did. It sewed the first this much, and I'm starting to think I only see one thread. I think my bobbin thread broke. Let's see. Alright, we're going to try this again. The bobbin thread broke. It sewed about this much of it further in than I wanted it to, so I seam ripped that out. I think I may have put holes in the shirt. Oh, this one went so much easier. Of course, this one I also did dark blue thread on the light blue, and this I'm doing the dark blue with the dark blue, and it's really hard to see. I'm almost thinking I should have done maybe white or a thread that maybe I could have seen better, but let's hope this time it goes better. So again, the next step is to sew down the one half of the collar that you've now pinned. The good news is I do have bobbin thread. The bad news is it looks like I have a lot of bobbin thread. Oh, and I missed a spot way up by the top, and I think down. No, this one actually sewed. All right, let me figure out what I did wrong here. Oh, come on. Okay, so now we've come to the most complicated, and you were supposed to stop sewing down the one side short of the V. And now what you need to do is you need to pin so you have the side you were coming down and then the next side up. So this is the V, and just because I think I finally figured out the issues I was having with my sewing machine, I am actually going to hand stitch this part of it, just because this is the most difficult part. This is the part that gives the V that nice, crisp, professional look. So I am going to hand sew this just because it's so tiny, and like I said, the issues that I was having. So I will be back with the sewing machine as soon as I finish this little bit of hand stitching. Okay, I finished hand stitching down the rest of the collar piece over and up, and hopefully I have figured out my issue with the sewing machine. I think I had the stitch length too small. I had it on 0. I've moved it to 2, and hopefully that will clear up all the other issues I was having. So now the final step to turn the V-neck is to sew down the last side of the collar. So once again, cross your fingers for me, and let's hope I actually finish this up. Huzzah! I think it's all right. It's sewed down. I think I missed a tiny spot here, so I'm gonna resew this part, and then the last step is to just hand stitch this part of the collar to lay flat and to do it so that you can't see the front. So I will do that, and like magic, it's done. So again, please check out With Wendy's video because she gives a far better explanation, and she's far more talented than I am. If you're a beginner, this should say, if I can do it, you can do it. And until next time. I also redid my Big Damn Heroes tee. So here's the before and after, just to reinforce those skills again.